of not having our laws properly codified. So laws are being passed. The few laws that are being passed, I see here as if they are personal properties of the House of Assembly and maybe the Ministry of Justice. Governor Wike, under the Attorney General's administration of Isi Aguma, appointed a law revision committee of which I was privileged to be a member. And we started the work, but unfortunately after Aguma's death, the work of the committee seems to have died. So that Rivers people don't even know their laws. Even lawyers don't know the laws. And it's not good for a state. So even though the governor has done a lot in the area of law, but we don't know the laws, Rivers people that governs them is a pathetic situation. You have to scout everywhere to know. So as at now, is the pension law working? I can't tell you yes or no. Because we have seen arbitrary action by the government. Wike against Messi, Wike against Omeya, and then Wike for all the league. So you don't know whether it is because of the governor's hunch or tendency, or because of his hatred for anybody that anyone is operated or not operated. So there is uncertainty about the pension law for governor and deputy governors. That's what I would say.
All right. Okay. Before we get to the people who we believe should benefit from this law, what is your opinion on this? The law says, they're entitled to certain financial gains and, of course, certain welfare packages like houses, SUVs. What's your take? What's your take on that? What's your opinion?
Well, for every society that is organized, there is always the effort to recognize the services of those who serve it. In monarchies, the kings have a lot of honor as monarchs. In a republican system, the reward and the gratitude is offered not by the leaders themselves, or by the people. The people decide how to appreciate those who have served them. Fortunately, why it's so disturbing in Nigeria is that our legislature, which is supposed to represent the people, do not represent the people. What our legislatures do, particularly that of Rivers State, is that they live and breathe at the instance of the governors.
Okay.
So it's difficult to know whether the laws that are made at the, by the governors for themselves, or passed by the legislature because of their representative responsibilities. So what I'm saying is that it's not bad ordinarily if any provision is made for appreciating those who have served the state governors at that level. But the question that will be asked is, how appropriate is the kind of provision that are being made within the context of the economy and the politics of the state? And that is the issue that maybe in the course of the interview we'll discuss.
All right. Okay. So for you, it's not wrong appreciating these people for 7. But then again, what is the content of the gains that they would receive is where you believe the problem is. Now, Rivers State, when we talk about IGR, internally generated revenue, ranks somewhere, I think, top 3, right? And then when you add that to the federal allocation, and then you want to also add the 13% derivation, into the coffers of the state, you would like to think that, these things that you might want to say might be too much given to one individual, as are things that the state can afford. Yet again, this is a governor who has served for 8 years, as we have seen in the past 3 administrations. He has served for 8 years. He has given what he believes is his best to the country. Should such a person, given the wealth that we believe is in River State, shouldn't such a person or persons be appreciated irrespective of what is in that law?
You ask what should the appreciation be like?
I'm saying, should there be a limit to the appreciation, given the fact that, River State is doing well?
Obviously, there must be a limit. In a constitutional democracy, whatever exercise of power you exercise must be limited by the law. And nothing, you can't leave anything an open-ended affair. And that is where the pension scheme for governors and deputies and presidents maybe in Nigeria is disturbing. to give the impression that a man who has finished serving the state will continue to earn the same salary as a governor, as he earned as a governor, will be given houses and new cars from time to time. He can build a house anywhere he likes and will pay. That seems to be virtually robbing the state, but covering it with a coating of law. He asked me, what should we do to appreciate them? I think it will be a way, to me, we should be able to build the economy of River State. What we should have done would have been to give them maybe some, they call it take-home package or something, to pay up when they're finished.
You mean a one-time thing?
Yeah, one time. And let them go and establish business, not to go and consume it. It's unfortunate that in River State, our leaders, until a seat of the established university, our leaders don't go to oblivion and contribute nothing to the economy. And I'm disturbed. So if that is the way we start to build entrepreneurship in River State, I won't mind. If you finish and we can give you money to go and establish a business that will employ people, that will raise the economy of the state, no problem. For instance, we're talking about you establish a university. That's something that will help to contribute. You are going to employ people. Sabo University, which commendably we can support very well, is serving River State interest now, and the people are employed there, they are teaching, people are working. That's how you build the economy. But when you just give a man, somebody says, build a house for me in Abuja, build for me in South Africa, they will give you car every year. We're only reducing you to a redundant consumer, if not a waste of the economy. So we must have a different approach to it, and that is my own. I mean, if you ask me now, Wike is less than 60 years. He will just be waiting, and assuming he's just waiting and collecting money and not contributing to the economy. That is very pathetic. We should not have a situation where if he didn't have whatever he had, we give him and see, be now a contributor. You have left us in the economy, political circle. Come and contribute to the economic circle. Be an entrepreneur. Maybe to help us better. But should we give them certain appreciation? I will say yes, because he has been their laborers and they are worthy of some appreciation by the society they serve. Even though many don't serve us in the terms of what we know as service. For instance, River State now, my brother, I have a problem with the law, not because of the law itself, but because of the approach of governance. Since Wike came, we have not had a tenders board. The reason why we have pension for civil servants, their salary is controlled, their wages are regulated, their allowances are regulated. So, and when they finish serving, the fact is like saying the reason why we didn't give you all the money you produced, the reason why we didn't allow you to have as much as others is because we know you will serve us for a long time and we'll continue to take care of you when you have left. But when you have a governor who has all the money in his pocket, spends it the way you like, where you like, when you like, and then whatever remains, we don't know. Right now, the governor has do 12 flyovers commendably, but nobody knows the cost of each flyover. So,
yeah, but I do think the cost isn't open. Sometimes they'll tell you 7 billion was taken for XYZ flyover.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The federal government, what we said before, is that for such projects, there will be a tenders board. Everybody knows what the cost is. Sometimes they even put it on the board.
Okay.
I let you know. Now we don't know. The governor knows the way he likes, spend the money where he likes, and where he likes. So now, what are you giving such a person who we don't know what we have and what remains? What are we doing giving him money? So that's the problem. But if they serve as governors serve as in other places, if they serve as service used to be, Steve served us, or people like Okile served us, we knew that. If they serve that way, I would say give them something to go and become entrepreneurs so they will contribute to the economy at a respectable level. That's what my own view is about this thing.
All right. Now, let me ask you a quick question. I'm taking you back now. You said you were part of a committee reviewing the law. As the time you were reviewing this law to the point where you had to stop, what would you predict would have been the outcome of that review? Would that law have been repealed? Looking at the fact that, the way things were going at the time you were reviewing that law, would that law have been repealed at the end of that review, or do you think that law would have stayed? Because like I've said earlier, there is not much known about that law, and one would think maybe it's intentional that much is not known about that very law. So would you, or would that committee have repealed the law or advised for the repealing of the law, or would it have acted that the law stands?
No, the work of the Law Revision Committee was to organize the laws and have them properly edited and published,
Okay.
so that it will be accessible to the society. We didn't have a lawmaking function. No, we could recommend some corrections, not amendments, or rather to the government. Now, having been doing that, we would have seen the law and would have said, okay, put things in proper perspective. But not, we wouldn't have had the power. The Revision Committee doesn't have the power to say, amend this law, or this law is not good. We are revising the laws that we have and put them so that each law becomes a chapter of the volume of laws of the state.
Okay.
So what we are doing, unfortunately, the Attorney General article from Agoma didn't see that as a very worthy project, or the governor himself. But to me, that's very unfortunate that it happened so, because it would have been a very resounding legacy for the state. The last review we had was 1999, and now this is about 24 years, and many laws have been passed. Nobody knows. I remember the law tried when he was a member, leader of the House of Assembly, tried to even guide some of the laws. And so it's a terrible situation that people are in the state, they don't know the law that governs
All right.
them. The law on pension for governors and deputy governors. If we have
Dr. Chinwo, let's go for a quick commercial break when we come back.
Are you a woman with big dreams to be accomplished?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, welcome back. I was saying we still have you on the line, and I guess you were distracted with other conversations. But thank you for staying tuned. And if you're just joining us, we've been talking about a law that was enacted in 2012 that allows governors and deputy governors who are done with their administration to be eligible to certain pensions and welfare packages. And we've been talking about it, and we've been asking several questions as to whether such a thing should be in River State. Now, back to you, Dr. Chinwo. The next administration is very close to the door. In a couple of days, we would have a new government in River State. The governor-elect, Siminalayi Fubara, will become governor. How do you think he should handle this law, this deputy governor law 2012 or pension law 2012, given that pensioners in River State have been crying for a long time? How should such a situation be handled without breaking the hearts of the people?
Well, unfortunately for us in River State, Simple Brother doesn't seem to be a man who can take steps that are firm, whether for or against any cause.
Why would you say so? Why would you say you've not seen him rule just yet?
I have not seen now. I've not heard the voice of Simple Brother, the man who wants to lead the state. Simple has not made any statement. He's not even accepted speech to River Simple for electing him. I don't know Simple Brother's except that he said he will consolidate. I don't know what Simple Brother will consolidate. And if he's going to consolidate and to please Wike, so Simple Brother will only do what Wike wants. And that's not how you lead the state. When Wike came, we need the voice of Wike. We knew where he stood for against other past governors who could predict, but we can't predict Simple Brother. But if Simple Brother goes to just please Wike, then what will he do with the law? It will be to grant Wike what he wants. But does Wike need a house? No. The house Wike has built for himself. I don't know who will stay inside. Does Wike need a car? No. The car Wike has bought for himself, I don't know who will ride it. Does Wike need handouts from River State government? No. But should Wike contribute to the economy? Yes. And that's why I'm saying that if we are done, the proposal will be that those who have started at that level should be made to be part of the entrepreneurial development of the state, which we are lacking. River State is very, very poor individually. Even those who have been in government are terribly poor. The people are poor. So we can start by having our ex-governors be given money to go and empower them to productively contribute to the economy. Because the way they are now, because of poor economic development that they are created, maybe they are afraid of being participating in the economy. But we must have a system where those who lead politics should be part of economic production. And so if I were sometimes say, I would rather say that let's look at it. What maybe by that law, what we would have earned for 4 years. Give it to him, okay, take this, go and start a business that will benefit the state. So that we can be able to have you contribute to the employ people. We cannot continue to have this one government, only government state. River State is an only government state. We eat when government wants us to eat. If the government doesn't employ, 200,000 people are unemployed, and the government is happy. We can't continue like that. So I would advise Simple to have a different economic outlook, and that can start from this pension law by making sure that whatever they are giving to the governor will be to level him contribute to the economy. Because he doesn't need a house. He doesn't need the house he has now. Weekend family 10 times cannot occupy it. The cars he has now, I don't know how he can ride them. So let him be able to rather contribute productively to the economy. That's what I will. They should review the pension idea in that direction. Not for pension, not to go home and for pension, but to get out of government and contribute to the economic growth of the state.
All right, then. All right, let's begin taking contributions. I hope you can stay on the line because I'll get back to you in a bit. But let's begin to take the contributions of you listening, and let's see what you think. Should this law stay? Should this law go? Do you think, given the financial revenue, or the revenue that comes into the state, talking about 13% derivation, federal allocation, IGRA, which is somewhere in the top 3, top 4 level. Do you think that law should stand? That law should stay? Remember, pension is for people who have served. And we can say Dr. Odili has served. We can say Amici has served. We can say Wike has served. Or don't you agree? Which brings me to my next question. Should there be any governor, now or in the past, who deserves such a pension and welfare package? That's one question. I've got several other questions, but let's start with this and let's get your thoughts. Remember, we're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info PH. You can go there, you will see me live. Drop your comments below the live stream. You can do same on Twitter, Nigeria Info PH as well. Drop your comments there on WhatsApp and via the text message portal. You can use this number to send your contribution, 0809 0306416. For the telephone lines, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. 92.3 Nigeria Info. I've got Braid calling from Iliozu. Braid, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, what's your take?
Good evening to the guest. My take is that the government we are having at the state, to try and be considerate, they should be able to consider the state. Look at the civil servant pensioners that are in the contributing pension. It's just pushing them left, right, and center. And if a governor that served within 8 years could go with this largeable gift, and the government coming into office don't consider those people that voted them into power. Look at the demonstration school. Look at the ROSSDA. Look at the River State Road Management Authority. And those are Rivers people that have been gainfully employed without repealing the law. The government just pushed them to the labor market. And the governor served for the 8 years. You want to go with this whooping sum of money and these properties. And for me, it's neither here or there.
All right.
As the guest has rightly said, it's better for the incoming administration to look at one particular thing and invest it in the name of that governor and hand it over to him. Let that project bring employment to the state, also generate IGRO.
Right.
That's my take.
All right, thank you very much, Braid, calling from Eliozu. We've got Muriel from Okrika. Muriel, good evening.
Thank you, Dave. Very good evening.
Kalada it
You
is.
see, this thing they call pension is a contributory scheme. There will be the governor's salary will be taken, a bit will be taken out, and then the government will be contributing as well. So, can they give us a clear statement?
Muriel.
Hello?
It's not every time that pension is contributory. There are times when people are just getting pension from the government. The government pays them their pension. If you've noticed, the current state of pension in the civil service is not contributory because I think they protested against it and it had to be stopped. So you want to look at it from that angle as well.
You see, Dave.
This is Kalada,
Now,
please.
Kalada. If they say want to pay them, at what level would they begin? So would they be paying them? You see, politicians are not civil servants, they are public servants.
Okay.
And as civil servants, they grow from one level to another. And at the level which they retire, that's how they pay them. So they should tell us at what level would they start paying the governors? As in, what level would they pay them? Is it the highest level in public? So public service now, does it have steps? Does it have levels? Or would they now become civil servants? Would they make politicians now?
There is a particular amount of money that they get to receive. Their salary while they were governor, and allowances are used as certain other benefits to build certain houses and buy certain cars.
Look, Kalada, in as much as we love our politicians, especially the current governor, Governor Nyesom Wike, he has worked, and whatever allowance they want to give him, I believe it is duly earned. But to set for precedent's sake, please, politicians, they were paid well. They have enjoyed many rights, many privileges, huge salaries. For the sake of the state, I think even if they want to give to them, they should refuse it.
All right, then.
The states are owing. We are struggling to pay interest that has accrued from the loans we are taking. The states are virtually struggling. Please.
Is River State struggling? Is River State struggling? I've not heard it anywhere.
I've not heard, Dave, anywhere they say they've paid part of our loan. They paid.
This current administration is on record saying it has paid all the monies it borrowed. So you want to look at it from that angle as well.
The government, this current government, has paid all
the loans he borrowed. You're not talking about past administration. The ones he borrowed.
Now that's great. That's commendable.
All right, then.
I don't know about that. It's not everything we know.
All right, then. Thank you, Muriel.
For the sake of the state, they shouldn't play.
All right, Muriel. Thank you very much. Chima from Atilari. Chima.
Yes, Canada.
Yeah.
Yes, Canada. I think if you ask that the house that
please turn off your radio set. Thank you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yes, if you ask that the house that was built by Odili, if it is because of the law, I think since the law has not been repealed,
we can't say for a certain. We can't say Chima. We can't say for a certain. There is the, like the lawyer said, there is the uncertainty surrounding that law, right? The government had said it will repeal. But like the other laws that have been repealed, we've not heard anything about it. So
the law has not been repealed. That's what I'm saying. So since the law has not been repealed, so can we say that law that was given out of the law? It wasn't given out of the law. You understand? So we say it follows it because of the law.
Okay.
Because I'm not in a situation where you build such house for a governor. But Canada, come to think of it, Canada, morality should tell our governors that look, this is not right. I'm not even seeing why we should even talk about this thing or think about it. That somebody said the state who was elected said the state for a number of 8 years, and we know most of these governors, the contract they do, allegedly most of them they see the contract and get huge amount of billions of naira. Most of them, they get houses abroad. That is scattered everywhere. And you want to enact a law that will still pay them when they leave office. I don't understand.
All right.
I mean, it's unheard of.
All right.
So I think this law is obnoxious and draconian, and Nigerians should rise up.
So no. Leave Nigerians for a while, or for this one.
No.
Wait now, Chima, wait. Chima, wait now. We're talking River State. Let's focus. Let's stay with our scope.
Yes, Canada,
can you wait?
Rise.
I want to ask a question. Now,
yes, I'm hearing you.
The next administration, you see, it's not everything that we rush, and just take a chill pill, please. So the next government, which is coming in a couple of days' time, May 29 is very close by. Do you think this law should be repealed or the law should stay? In your opinion, quickly.
Canada, I think the law should be repealed.
All right, then.
But the question is, the next administration coming, does it have the political will?
We'll find out.
I can tell you that the next administration is not independent.
You can't talk about the next administration that has not started yet. So let's just chill and wait. Thank you very much, Chima. Yes, I'm telling myself the truth. Thank you, Chima. Thank you very much. I'm going to Daniel from we lost the connection there. Dr. Chinwo, you've heard some of the listeners. What's your reaction to some of the things they have said before we go back to the phone lines?
Well, my reaction is that the reactions of the contributors only make us know that the law is not in tune with the expectations of Nigerians. And that is because they guide as citizens. Everybody is living from hand to mouth. So to say that you are going to give anything at all. You know, the way it is with Rivers people, they even say you are going to give the governor 1 month's salary as he's going home. The average Rivers man is going to be angry with you because they have been impoverished by the government, or government by its neglect has made them, let them very poor. So they don't even think that any leader without anything. They will acknowledge what you have done, like the lady Marian spoke of. You've done flyover, we appreciate that. But when we can't ride on the flyover, why should you yourself be the one to ride on the flyover? That's the attitude of Nigeria. So our leaders should begin to understand that whatever project and programs they run, they must consider the interests of the people. If you don't develop the people and you say you're developing the infrastructure, the people you don't develop are the ones who will say you did nothing. And you'll be surprised at that. That's why people are not happy about the issue of pension for the governors in Nigeria. But otherwise, like I said, it is a normal thing, not only in Nigeria, that you appreciate those who have served at such high level. That's why you could hear that the King of England, that they have been a throne for centuries. It's about the richest personnel in the world. Because at every point, people, even in the local communities, we honor our chiefs, we honor our kings. But it should be based on consequence of service, not on the fact that you stop it.
Can I take you up on this honoring the past leaders? Unemployment is high, not just in River State, in Nigeria. Yet again, looking at our financial chest, one would say, we get 13% derivation. We get federal allocation, which is among the top in the country. And then we now have good IDR. I mean, in some occasions or in some periods, we're second to Lagos, which of course we know is the economic hub of Nigeria. At other times, maybe Abuja is doing good and is overtaking us in the IGRO charts. But however, we tend to generate huge amounts of money internally. Should we not be looking at building things with this money? You know, at one point you would I think there's a quote you would always say that one of the military leaders would say that the problem of Nigeria is not money but how to spend it. Could that be the situation of River State right now? Are we not finding it difficult to know exactly where to spend our money?
Yeah, that is true. That is what we're talking about. Our governors, the government of River State, for finally to say, within the past 8 years, have acted as if what was said in the 70s. We don't know how to spend money. I mean, it's embarrassing because you go out and you see that River State would have been able to invest. When you go to the airport, you feel embarrassed when you see him on air. In Lagos and Abuja and the airport in Port Harcourt, River people are asking if government can't invest in the airline aviation industry. Why can't River people invest? People are poor. You go to the motor park, River people don't own transport companies. You go to the industry, go to the oil industry, we're not participating at all. Only 1 or 2 persons if at all. Because you may go to the people and find out the shareholders of their business are outsiders. So we are just watching and the people are terribly angry. It's like the Nabu will say you're near the oil bean tree, but when it's scattered, it goes far away. The people of River State are among the poorest people in Nigeria. We only have a rich government and poor people. So when you not tell them that you give anybody government which have invested for revenue anything, which have created an environment for them to participate and really, people are angry. What is where the problem is? I mean, many people will even disagree with you that suggesting that we give them something to contribute to the economy. Because the attitude of our people, our leaders have been a total disdain to the people. So the people are disdaining them.
All right.
So we must have a change of attitude in leadership.
All right,
because the government of River State should realize that the people should be enabled to participate in the economy. If we don't do that, we are going to have an angry people who will always, if they have the stone, to stone and steal.
All right, then. Let's take 1 or 2 more calls. Okay, quickly.
People have been working in River State for pension years. People left their studies in 2015 till now. You didn't give them their pension and gratuity. You are giving them, you are doing verification now when you want to leave office. It is so cynical, and the people are not happy about it.
Right,
so
then.
why should you, the governor, be giving anything? But if things are all right, they should be given something as honorarium to take care of themselves and take care, contribute to the economy.
All right, then. I'll take one or two more calls, and then we'll have to go for another break, and would have your final words, or maybe have your final words before we go for that break. So let's take this call now. Let's see who is calling and where he is calling from. Daniel. Daniel calling from GRA, so I'm going to take Daniel's call now. Daniel.
Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you, Daniel. Welcome.
So the government law is made and reviewed. After review laws doesn't remain permanent.
I don't.
Outgoing government now, they didn't do anything. They were extravagant.
I don't understand what you mean by laws are not permanent.
That's all. But there are some other projects that are going on. Filling stations, shopping centers. I don't know who wants all those ones. It's because this thing is our money. We can't let it go like that. We are all citizens of this state. So, after, when this government is gone, we will talk about it. Because we are all human beings.
All right, then.
I'm a person too.
All right, thank you very much, Daniel. I've got to take another call now. Apparently, I've lost connection with Dr. Chinwo, so I'm going to try re-establishing the connection now. But while I'm doing that, I will... Oh, my goodness. So just give me a minute there. I read some messages. This one says, good evening, Mr. Kalada. I think it is not right for a governor who's ruled for 8 good years in River State to receive pension. Secondly, I support the incoming government on May 29th to revisit the law of 2012. Bakata from Ozwa community. This one says, good evening, Kalada. It is worrisome that Governor Wike has constantly been criticized and called all sorts of names for talking too much, and now the same people who championed that are now complaining that the incoming governor of Fubara has not spoken to Rivers people. My God, what do we really want? Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Chinwo. Welcome back.
Okay.
So just give me a minute. I'll take one more call, and then I'll get your final words on this, please.
Okay.
All right. Sam is calling from Rumi Bekwe. Sam, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Bro, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
First of all, thank you for the wonderful work you are doing for all of us.
All right then.
My take on this is this. Our former governors and our incumbent governors are rich enough.
How do you mean? How do you mean they are rich enough?
Sam Wike is a rich man. He is a wealthy man. He is a wealthy man. He is very, very wealthy. And all of us are aware of it.
I'm not.
He doesn't need.
I'm not aware of that fact.
Giving him anything.
Okay.
You may not be aware, but then many of us know.
Okay.
We know his house. He's a rich, even without being a governor. Even before he became a governor,
okay.
He was a local government chairman. He was already rich.
Okay.
Local government chairman, chief of staff, minister of the Federal Republic, governor. God has blessed him so much, and he can live very well without receiving a dime from the state. This is my own little opinion. And just like the former caller said, Rivers State is a retail state, very, very poor. Rivers State is a retail state.
Is it what?
Things
Sorry.
that people produce in other states and in other parts of the world are being brought here for consumption.
Okay.
Nothing is being produced here. Even the oil we have here, they take the oil outside the shores of this country, they find the oil and bring back to us. Nothing is being produced here except by board breweries that produces malt and mineral. Besides that, nothing is being produced in this state. So if, like Sir Peter did by setting up his private university, if some of the wealthy Rivers indigenes can come together and set up some universities and some companies that can engage the masses, it is going to be very, very good for all of us.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
I don't think, in my opinion, that Wike, whom God has graciously blessed, should be given any dime, except maybe a packing.
All right, all right, Sam. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I've got to go now. Thank you very much, Dr. Chinwo. Can I have your final words quickly, please? Hello. Hello. Yeah, I'm asking. Can I have your final words, please?
My final words is that those who want recompense for service should please start so that when there are recompense, there will be no complaint.
Okay.
What people know is that for those who have staff, there's no riversman who doesn't appreciate what Steve did for River State, not only infrastructurally, but for the personal development of the people. We can have done well infrastructurally, but the problem is there's so much complaint of what he has done with the people. And then it's not only that, so our leaders consequently should please endeavor to realize that if they take only one part of service and serve and do well in that area and didn't listen to the people will complain.
All right.
At the end of the day, you will hear like you're hearing people say, no, don't reward them. But I have that leaders and try to support them.
Okay.
When the government of it.
We've got to go now. Thank you very much, Doctor, for your time.
Thank you.
Straight info. Right back after.